Well, I did not expect this outcome to happen. There was obviously death flags when it came to Bakugo, but shit, I did not realize that we might be getting the end of Bakugo for reals, like legitimately. And I think he's dead personally, if you ask me, because there's no way your heart pretty much explodes and you're still managed to come back to life. But we'll see. Hey guys, it's Cam 15 back with it um back with another My Hero Academia manga chapter review for you guys as we get potentially the death of Bakugo, which sounds crazy enough and everything. But let's get to it. Let's get to it. So last week we had the super bad we had um Tamaki's new, hybrid move, freaking just with all these different things he's eating to use as a cannon to stop Shigaraki and everything. And we have it to where the thing is, he fires the attack off, and it's called Vast Hybrid Plasma Cannon. And it fires and it hits Shigaraki. Shigaraki pretty much takes the hit, and he's just saying like, "You guys don't really get it. You guys fail to realize the depths of my power and everything, stuff like that." So it breaks the entire attack, breaks through the beam area, or breaks through the barrier and everything. And throughout the smoke, when the smoke clears, Shigaraki is talking, and he's still able to take this hit. And he goes and say, "Think about it. Remember, All Might in his prime, with something that's so pathetic, have killed him." And he manages to take the hit, get out of it, and he says, "Come on, use your damn heads," pretty much. And Shigaraki, again, looks like he's barely taken any damage. Mind you, this is with his quirks being taken away through the Monoma. He's taking all these hits. He's taking Bakugo hits. He's taking freaking Best Gina's hit, Mirio's hit, Nejire's hit, Miriko's hits, Edge Shot's hits. This dude is just a living tank, and he's taking all these hits. And now he just tanked Tamaki's attack, which, let's be honest, it's one of the craziest, strongest techniques we have ever seen in this series. And this guy just gets up and he's like, "You fail to realize that you're not strong enough." And I'm just over here wondering, I'm like, how are they gonna stop this guy, bro? How are they gonna stop this guy? I know everything lies on Deku to, go up against this dude, but I'm like, does one for all really counter this guy? Because this guy's just taking all these hits and he's managing to have an indestructible body. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how they're gonna defeat Shigaraki. Horikoshi has made Shigaraki so OP to this point that I don't know what's gonna stop him, man. I really don't know what's gonna stop him. Maybe All for One in his quirk, or One for All in his quirk, has something that can counteract what Shigaraki's doing. I don't know. We'll just have to find out. Anyways, we knew the thing with Bakugo from 2 chapters, or yeah, at the end of the last chapter, he pretty much had something going on. So he gets back up, and Bakugo goes on to make the mention, look after the others and everything. And he goes on and he's like, "You gotta win, right, Izuku?" And everything. So he's firing in, and Bakugo manages to start moving faster than what Shigaraki thinks he's moving and stuff like that. And it just shocks everybody because it's like, oh, he saw Shigaraki's attack coming at him a mile away, and he still managed to dodge it even at super close range and stuff like that. Now, again, we continue to get, I guess, more of an explanation about Bakugo's quirk. Again, his quirk is explosion, and it goes on to say the sweat glands on his palms produce a nitroglycerin like liquid that he can detonate. But the cluster upgrade he devised came with a side effect even he himself wasn't aware of: the act of saving up sweat into launchable beads, putting a terrible burden on the glands of his hands. With his sights set on victory, he kept storing those beads in the glands until they were forced to find other exits and leak out all over his body. Explosions all around his body gave him even more speed. So pretty much because this I guess untapped or I guess working his body to the bone just to get his powers to work. And the fact that his explosions are trying to find other exit points and stuff like that is actually making him more faster, which we see that Shigaraki's like, wait, what the fuck? Why is he moving too damn fast and everything? Now, Bakugo in his mind is inner monologue, and he's like, my whole body hurts, battling through the pain, fighting while trying to spot the enemy's ticks and habits. That's basically the path you had to walk, huh, Izuku? And he fires off this one attack, and he's like, so Izuku, still can I still catch up to you? Can I still catch up to you and stuff like that? Now, Shigaraki is starting to get pissed off. Now, I think this is morely the all for one persona and everything, and the all for one persona in him is getting a little bit upset, getting ticked off, getting pissed off, and he goes and say this random extra who doesn't even possess one for all, and then Shigaraki I guess has this moment, and like I said, this is what even shows that this is definitely the all for one persona within Shigaraki. And we see the second user. The second user. Now, I don't know what that's supposed to mean. I've seen other people's reviews. Some people said this could be the fact where this can tie into the whole Bakugo is the second user of One for All. I've never viewed Bakugo as a second user of One for All at all. Because one, it doesn't make sense, timeline sense. How would he get sent back in time? And stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's just a descendant of Bakugo's, family members. Like a distant freaking, or Bakugo's a distant descendant from the second user, because he looks similar to him. We'll just have to find out. Horikoshi can somehow shock us and say, oh no, Bakugo was always the second user. And I saw another reviewer, I think, say like this could be the reason why maybe the second users told Deku, do not use your quirk. Maybe the second user has an explosion like quirk that's similar to Bakugo's, and he told Deku, don't use my quirk yet. It's not time yet. Only use it when you really need to have to use it. Maybe because we know from here that quirk can put a lot of stress on your freaking body, especially the fact that you're not, especially if you're overworking it to the bone and stuff like that. So yeah. Now Shigaraki goes to scream out saying like, why am I suddenly panicking and stuff like that? And he pretty much screams out to Bakugo, go to hell. Now, Bakugo is looking at the vestige of All Might, and Bakugo is like, all right. So, thinking back to when we finally met, I was pretty much a punk going through some stuff, and now it looks like I missed my chance to ask. And he grabs something out of his pocket, and it's an All Might card. And he goes on to say, man, I want an autograph so bad. And it feels like, and just from this these panels alone, it looks like Bakugo already knows, like, I'm going to die. Well, guess my one regret is not asking you to sign my freaking card, and stuff like that. And we see the next panel have it to where Bakugo's heart it looks to be getting, or not looks, but is pretty much pierced, and everything. And albeit, even though Shigaraki, albeit the other heroes, they try to hold back Shigaraki and everything, it's too little too late. Shigaraki manages to pierce through Bakugo's heart, pushes him back. We see some of the, I guess, piece of his heart, fly out, or whether it's blood. And stuff like that. And we get a news report saying we've had clear skies over the Kanto, Chibi, or Chibu, and Kansai regions, but according to the volunteer reports, a sudden and drastic rise in temperature is disrupting the weather patterns. And apparently it looks like it's about to rain and everything. Now, Shigaraki, as the chapter ends up saying, you were just tracing the earlier fight. Why did you think you could win? We came prepared for today with a perfect demon lord body, ideally for the final boss, which this sounds like the all for one persona talking. Shigaraki goes on to say, understand yet what's coming now is our story, the villain's tale. we cut over to Bakugo's parents, especially his mom, and his mom goes and say that kid is of ours is no fan of the rain, and Best Genius goes on to say his heart, and we see pretty much reactions from Best Genius, Miriko, Aizawa, Mirio, and Monoma, and they all look distraught and they all look shocked. They all look like they're about to cry or something, which only fuels the fire that no, Bakugo is pretty much dead. Um, in the last panel of the page, you get a fairly gory scene. It's not ultimately gory after it's all cleared up, but you see the All Might card right next to Bakugo's face. There's blood on his face and everything, and there's a huge hole to where his chest area is at. So this chapter pretty much ends off with the death of Bakugo. Oh, and there is a break, which I think every manga is going on break for the time being, for the next week. But yes, Bakugo looks like he is dead. Now, in my opinion, do I think he's dead? Yes, I think he's dead. I think when it comes to the heart, especially the fact that Shigiraki pierced it, there's nothing you can do to save him. And I know some people in their videos have thrown around, well, what if Eri, shows him, rewinds him? Well, yeah, that's a possibility. She could do that, but the thing is, Eri's not here on the battlefield, so she can't rewind Bakugo. And I think the moment Bakugo's body would see Eri, I think it'd probably be too late. And then again, like I said, another reason why it's confirmed, they showed his mom and everything, and stuff like that. So it only adds to the fire the fact that Bakugo's dead. Now, personally, it takes a lot of balls for Horikoshi to go this route, and especially if he stays by this route of keeping Bakugo dead, that's a lot of balls, because I know Bakugo is a very widely liked fan favorite character. A lot of people like him, and stuff like that. So I can definitely see why some people would probably be just weirdly pissed off of, like, why did you kill Bakugo? There was no reason to kill Bakugo off like that. You didn't need to do that, and stuff like that. So yeah, but Bakugo apparently is more than likely dead. Personally, I'm cool with the decision. I'm cool with the decision to kill him, because honestly, if you ask me, I think Bakugo's story has been told the best he can be. I feel like he got to a point where we already know his character, we already know what he wants to become, and stuff like that, and we already got the development from him. So, there was always those hints and those death flags of, him being the next a major death. And honestly, I'm fine with it. And I think if Horikoshi stays by it and he keeps him alive or keeps him dead, then I will honestly like it, because this would be a major death. Like, I understand in the last war arc there was some like the one major death from the last arc was Midnight. Not to say Midnight wasn't important, but it was a major death and everything. But in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't like something like people thought, like, oh, somebody big is going to die. I think if you're gonna end the series and you want to have somebody like very fairly important die, hey, take Bakugo out, bro. Just like freaking kill him. But that's just me. If they bring him back, well then, I might be a little bit mad and a little bit nitpicky of like, they would have been better. It would have been a better thing to have him dead or something like that. But yeah, Bakugo's not in a position, and like I said, at this point the heroes have really ultimately nothing to do, nothing to fight, or they can't really affect Shigaraki. They legitimately have to wait for Deku, and like I said, if Deku sees the carcass body of Bakugo, oh shit, this is gonna be crazy. We already got death flags for Bakugo. Endeavor's had a bunch of death flags as of late, so he could be the next big hero to go. Seemingly looking like the the villain side is pretty much on the advantage. It's getting the win, because we see how undefeatable Shigaraki is. Apparently, freaking All For One is rewinding back to the point of his prime, because we can't forget about that. And we still have not continued where we left off there. So it's gonna be very freaking interesting to see. It's gonna be a dick move by Horikoshi if he managed to go somewhere else and we don't see the pickup from this scene and stuff like that. But I definitely could see it to where we go somewhere else and we see another fight going on, whether we cut back to All for One, or we cut over to Ochaka, or we cut over to Deku, and stuff like that. It's gonna be very interesting to see what's gonna happen next in My Hero Academia story. I'm very intrigued, B, but Jesus, I can see why this shit was trending on Twitter, man. So yeah, I try not to look into spoilers too much. If anything, I try to look into the um, fan sub chapters. But hey, it's crazy, crazy. But anyways, My Hero Academia is getting intense. And if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's manga chapter of Fairy Tail, as well as the subscribe button if you want to get more I said Fairy Tail. I said My Hero Academia. My bad. Hit the subscribe button if you want to get more My Hero Academia content, and stuff like that. As well as when you do hit that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell icon so you're up to date with whatever I upload to the channel. Till then, guys, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night in this video. Until then, guys, peace.